You know when you think back at a game and you're like, nah, I probably was too young to beat that game. And then you play it again as an adult on an emulator with save states and of course...
Yeah, it's rewind time.
And suddenly you realize that you remember the game from beginning to the very end and you go like, I must have been an absolute wizard as a child. What happened? Some people like myself invest into an RTX graphics card so they can play Cyberpunk just to end up throwing on DuckStation to play Klonoa. Back in my day, your parents bought you a console that was bundled with a video game and then you sat your ass down and you played for hours and hours. It was a win-win situation. You loved playing your video games and your parents loved that they finally had some time to f***.
The whole body can be orgasmic.
Which may have led to the birth of your sibling, with whom you ended up playing Micro Machines together. What a time to be alive! Consoles now are headed towards becoming something parents can't just buy for their kids anymore, because consoles cost $700 before taxes. Games cost 80 bucks, stand cost 30 bucks, disc drive 70 bucks. Wait, it's sold out, never mind. Have fun buying a fucking disc drive for 200 from a scalper. Controllers, 80 bucks. What the fuck? And they break all the time. Amazing. On top of that, I honestly don't even know if kids play video games anymore. I really don't know. I know 3 or 4 kids inside of my family that just farm TikTok views. They think the Nintendo Switch is a phone. Google says the average gamer is 30 years old. That's why everybody was like, what the fuck? No disc drive? Because most of us are at the beginning of our very long midlife crisis, fearing for the future.
Hit him in the fucking head and nothing happens, fuck you!
A future where our childhood becomes but a very distant memory that is stepped on by billion-dollar companies. I say, don't worry though. Fuck it. And fuck them. How many games did you skip in your life because you didn't have the time to play them? How many 50-hour JRPGs have you not touched because you would rather get that quick Warzone fix where you spent most of your valuable time in a lobby full of broken middle-aged men reminiscing about the golden days of World of Warcraft? I recently played through Final Fantasy VII for the first time. I played through the original PS1 version and it was fucking phenomenal. The first time I saw some of those over-the-top, super long summon animations, holy shit. One of Sephiroth's attack goes on for 2 whole fucking minutes before it hits you and it is absolutely devastating. It's an incredibly epic game that I somehow missed out on when I was a kid. PlayStation had games that hit hard. Spyro the Dragon. You pop that game in, you hear these sounds, then you start the game and it goes... If you played this as a kid and you're hearing this now, you're probably one PS1 boot sound away from curling up in the fetal position, crying, wailing, what the hell happened? Oh, but what about games like Astro Bot? I understand. People like Astro Bot for all the right reasons. It's a phenomenal platformer, mechanically and artistically. But then there's this other voice in my fucking head that goes, I am playing a fucking advertisement right now. Now I may be an idiot with this, but I play Astro Bot and sometimes all I can see is Sony sucking their own dick. Now I'm totally aware that I'm overreacting, but before the PlayStation announcement, I liked this game. After the presentation, I felt kinda dirty that I bought it, supporting them. And that's just me, okay? That's just me being dumb. But that's how I feel. I know you didn't ask, but I didn't ask how you feel about what I feel. Remember when your friend finished a game and then lent it to you? Remember this?
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
What the hell happened here? Did they switch CEOs or something? Shit is so expensive now, you can't do anything. Try going to the movies once a week like you did when you were a kid. That's 45 bucks per movie if you want the snacks. So what do you do instead? Some of us just stay at home and play video games or watch some show in their time off. But what we do instead is we scroll. We scroll through our game libraries or the Netflix library, the Disney Plus library, Prime, Apple TV, Paramount Plus, PS Plus, Game Pass, Steam. We scroll for hours of our lives. And then we get bored. And then we get sad. So we switch over to Hub. There was a time where a game would release and you would get that game and you just spent several weeks on it, months even. By the time you're finished, maybe 2 other games were released that you wanted to try out next. Today, there's 50 fucking games releasing every day on Steam alone. Gaming now is the largest sector in the entertainment business, almost twice as big as Hollywood, the music industry, and the adult film industry combined. Remember when gaming was a niche? Remember when you had that one other friend that also played video games? Other people might have looked at you weird because you're there, trading Pokemon with a link cable, but you didn't give a fuck, did you? You had that thing that you were enjoying together, so you did it at every possible opportunity, exchanging ideas and findings on how to beat a level or catch a specific Pokemon, defeat a boss, find an item. Now people go on YouTube, how to become overpowered in Elden Ring.
Strength. Extraordinary.
We have become obsessed with playing a game as efficiently as possible. Some people always need to have that latest thing, the newest update, the most powerful upgrade. The PS5 costs $700 because people actually bought the PS5 for even more than that. Some people paid $1,000 just for the box. This shit is no surprise. They will fuck you forever and ever and ever if you let them. Or you can say no. No more sex. I want something special. I want someone who has my back, and not someone who just uses me for doggy-style ass fucking. At the end of the day, the consumer has all the power.
38, 39, 40 quarters. This better be good.
Game over. Please deposit 40 quarters.
What a rip!